All right, and once again we are live. Hello and good evening, anyone watching. I'm here to do another story beat of Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm probably not going to be going for too much longer than just the actual story mission that we're going to be doing. Um, so I'm hoping that's going to be a nice fun one with a lot of questions getting answered. But let me click the buttons that make things go. Alrighty. Hey Jan, welcome in. Alright, let me click game over. And I believe that's all we need. We begin. Let's do this thing. Oh, let me... Audio. I see, so those are all the, So that machine repair stuff was Frozen Wilds DLC, which really makes me wonder. Could you just not repair your mount before that? I couldn't, so I couldn't gather things. I couldn't repair things. I couldn't dismount strike. Oh my gosh, I even have Hoarder. Wait, why do I not have 150 resource capacity? That says 150 resource capacity. Yeah, okay, so 120 is the maximum. Why does that show 150 on the thingy? That's silly. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Cassandra. How are you? Baduk. Nerds. Welcome in, nerds. Let's do things, nerds. Alright, what's my... Alright, it's literally just that. I'm not doing that. Don't need to do that. Yep, let's do main quest. How far is it? 14, 16. I'm not running that whole thing. You cast story time. Alright, today we went to the zoo. It was a very fun trip. All of the animals that aren't usually out were out. There were bears. We got to see a bear do its business. That was today's story. I took a picture of the bear mere seconds before it proceeded to follow nature's call, and it was really funny. But there were bobcats, and there was the panther that was out, and we got to see a big old pheasant, I think. I think it was a pheasant. and um, we got to see the flamingos just go for a run. Like I'll post a video in my in the server later. But they just all decided to, as one, march to one end of their enclosure and then march back and then march back and forth. It was so many flamingo. Also, hello, welcome, thank you for follow, thank you for hello and posture checks. Ooh, this is a giant fish. All right. We're heading this direction. I could have just transported right into the city, but I do kind of like running just a little bit.
Saving these for the trail.
Fire kiln. I don't think that's medicinal. Yeah, that's fire kiln. I think that's medicinal though. No, fire kiln. Medicinal. Nope, fire kiln. Ah, there we go. And we're full. Okay, cool. You almost never use the fast travel in this game. Yeah, I did not use a fast travel pack until I discovered the gold fast travel pack. And then in terms of story stuff, yeah, no, I usually run it. I'm just running on like half capacity right now, so I'm not taking the extra time for some stuff till it stops reminding you that I'm a raider from your own channel. I think you literally have to refresh the stream for it to stop saying that you are a raider. Also, huzzah! Atlas Wept was a very good game. Would play again. Actually, want to play again on one of the harder difficulties. I want to see how silly we can get. What is this side quest? Do I care about this side quest? I do care about this side quest. I will come back for the side quest. It was not introduced to me in the cutscene, therefore it is not as important. Can I summon? Nope. Just tightens up the timing on attacks to a ridiculous degree. I mean, you saw how good I was doing on the attacks in general.
Fine goods for a fair price.
Keep the forge burning.
Hey, we just killed your high priest and kidnapped your king. Let me through though, right?
The sunlight always reminds me of who I am, no matter what happens.
You do have the unfair advantage of manipulating time. This is true.
I'll come back later.
Not without Edom and a guy.
That woman said to meet her at a green tent down in the camp. Might be worth a visit.
I did that? I did that. I did that quest already. Why is it telling me I should do that quest again? That is always an unfortunate way to go down. It's also a silly way. I think there's another way around to the other side, but I will just keep falling to my death there. Thank you.
The scrapes.
Alright. also clear with resources. I can pick up 9 more resources. Take fall damage, stuff face with berries, walk off that shattered ankle. You joke, but that was also how Monkey went. This game I was playing called Ancestors, when you when you broke your bone, you could either find some form of medicinal like plant to help you with it, or walk it off. It went away with enough time. It was a little silly. I was a big fan of walking off broken legs. In we go.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. Malfunction. Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated you. See, by now,
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down
Was
here.
in this game.
Yes,
Still hurts a
fine.
little if you
Now, will
hear his
you
voice.
please get
Yeah.
moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Oh damn. Let me adjust this. Alright. Last guess time. What is Zero Dawn? Recreating the Earth's animals using machines. I don't actually know.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Other than somehow just resetting things, I'm not honestly sure.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
I found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps.
So refreshing to have a
Have a
plot
look
you didn't
around.
predict for once. Yes. I was literally telling Jana that. I have avoided so much of any even tiny details. Like someone told me the name of a quest later, and I'm just like, nope, I'm not letting myself process that because I don't want to figure things out. Like I want to figure things out, but I don't want to just be like you you know what I did in Atlas Wept. Alright, let's see this. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovic is another... Popovich? Popovic. I don't know. It's another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. So we've already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish, okay. Security staff, who can subdue enraged embryologists, and dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. In Polish. Yes, most of the candidates are recently calm and well behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. Rezan wasn't acting during the scene because you'd predicted in advance. Yep. Anything else around here? Yes, I'm glad I looked around. We need support too. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing ZD candidates when they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened or confused, some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. Excuse me. At minimum, we need human translators. The Langbots are not sufficient. Mild sedatives for the extreme cases. Any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these mails. Any more data points? No. Push button.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
I don't want to.
Smaller room.
I don't want to eat any of the beverages or snacks that you have here. They've been sitting here for 1,000 years and are most likely mushrooms by now. Restock or else. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I'm going to lose it. Please respond, and this time, no tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes. Those sound exactly like Jamie. It's the level of petty I want to be with work emails. How about you reply for once? It'd be funny if you found a still edible Twinkie. I mean, Twinkies will survive the nuclear apocalypse, right? Like that's a thing. We can count on that. The ancient snacks. Hey, how we doing today? Welcome in. Who's you? Possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area. Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation. The ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought. Interesting.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
I'm gonna scream if my original guess is correct.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Story time.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program.
I have a weird suspicion that, like, we're getting humans got uploaded to the robots, but that's one of my ideas.
The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero
It was either
Dawn
that or the
is
Halo
not
solution.
a super weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. Here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable.
I love that it's become the Pharaoh
No
Plague,
matter how many
the Pharaoh
we kill,
Swarm.
the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of opportunity where fallout combat shelter or a space station, there will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
And now we know why people were screaming and sobbing. Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it. Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Oh, what? Oh, shit. There's audio data points here? Okay.
On the chariot line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first
Light of
test
creation?
run,
What is this, Adventure Zone?
when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things? I know that there's already a lot to take in. In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible, but it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die? We're going to be able to answer some of these questions. I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me. You were brought here because of your skill set. No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
What does that matter? Interesting.
It is accurate, yes. So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people. They feed off them? Not just people. All organic matter. Every living thing dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel. In a word, yes. Who did this? Pharaoh? That asshole. Is he here? No, Doctor. Please, tell him Tom Pike wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please.
want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but...
Oh, that resets the line?
And such, but
Interesting.
when she did use her words, it was always end times this and lake of fire that on kind of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeet was me, don't mind admitting. Did plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty, too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place? You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
I hate to lean into stereotypes, but figured the Aussie accent is immediately I'm gonna F someone up. I mean, yeah. Candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. It is important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Pharaoh plague and preserving the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly but clearly and firmly. Familiarize yourself with data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus the swarm, and unfeasibility of maintaining life in orbital, lunar, or undersea structures, so that you can counter candidates' objections in depth. Candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information. Allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so the candidate can be monitored for attempts at self-harm. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note that real-time support will be available via your focus. Security and medical crisis teams are data corrupted. That's that data point. What's the other one I haven't cleared up? These. One sec, real quick. I return. Let's do this thing. There was another one right there.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomat.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong. General Hera said. So then,
We're too close to
you
let
did
trauma
not bring
print
me
to
here
stop
to
us now.
commiserate.
The data points.
What is
What did
left?
they contain?
I'm not talking to you yet, Silos.
Thing with Suzanne
Silence.
Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't, I'm sorry?
Oh, I accidentally hit Y that stopped the audio playback. Let me... Wait, where is it?
I'm sure you now understand the
Nope, not that one. This
thing
one.
with Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Alright, let's go find out what Zero Dawn really is. Anything else? There's no crates on my little directory, so I guess that's it. Lol, why did I take the long way around?
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Alright, cutscene number 2.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all.
Hephaestus with the cauldrons. I
We
got
don't
that
have
one.
to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming
Hi,
system
Hades.
is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good.
That's the Spire.
How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries.
Yes. Created
From
robots based off
detoxifying
of
Earth's ravaged
the...
atmosphere and poisoned
Oh,
seas,
that's what the Stormbird's for.
to the regreening of the
They
Earth
actually
from
are recycling
cryopreserved
shit.
seed stocks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
I guess I was absolutely correct about the fact that the flowers and such were reseeding the earth with life.
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the Archive of Knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
You're now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn. You cannot be allowed to leave this facility. You can either participate to working for a minimum of 80 hours per week, and your communications with family member will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family or two persons of your choosing will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you'll be confined indefinitely. You'll be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will be not be permitted contact with the outside world. And death within 18 months due to the Pharaoh plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. Or you can opt for medical euthanasia. Information you've just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. Jesus fuck. Understandable, but Jesus fuck. I see the data log. There we go. It is vitally important the candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly. Also explains why they brought on an art historian. Yeah, that explains that. The fact that they were bringing in like random people kind of gave that part away. Have you already received confirmation of the length of time since destruction? I have not. I don't think so. I got one that was like you are like 1,000 years late for your meeting with Mr. Pharaoh. Rip. I can't remember when you get those dates.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation.
1,000 years is enough when the presentation said 0 plus 315 was their goal.
Isn't it just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom? I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard, to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
Good for you.
If you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Yeah. Pobrecita.
See to make sure I behave this time?
Security. For your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure.
Slowly
I'll tell you.
walking towards them.
Surprised. No, flabbergasted.
Oh, no.
Like my own man would say, flabbergasted.
Leap.
That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You know... Get your hands off me!
Ooh. Stranded shackles? The fuck is that? Why do I have it? I thought it was gonna be a power cell. Neat. Can I not? Okay, I should have been able to go through that. What's this? Anything cool? No? Okay.
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
I was not intending on dying right now, dude. You know, I thought those corruption arrows meant that they would attack themselves. Is that not going to happen? Okay, fine. It's the character.
You provoke the sun's rays.
Open world RPGs rise or fall on their character writing. That's why you're not a big fan of Skyrim. Yeah, all the characters in Skyrim are basically the same. They're all tropes.
Now, those lame FBI blackheads at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
Why did I go underwater there? I just started swimming for no reason.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. Expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé?
Also, I was wrong on one thing. I thought Hades was the glitch. Didn't realize Hades was a something else.
I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all.
Oh yeah, I did say the Snap Mouse had
art,
their freeze and fire
art
stuff so that they could regulate water temperature and stuff. I was right.
Perish into oblivion. This opportunity.
This is why we don't ask me questions about what I think about the game, because I'll figure things out. Every time I hear Tate, I imagine Matthew McConaughey. Oh my god, I can hear it. Hi there, pretty little lady. That's exactly what this guy sounds like. Can I?
This'll do.
I'm just gonna borrow this. Doing that chest thump from Wolf of Wall Street. Oh yeah. I haven't seen it, but I'm familiar with McConaughey.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
Up, left, down, right, up. Oh, these need to get...
There's a part missing.
Okay,
Maybe
okay.
there's a storage area nearby.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to
I didn't
install
press
an
the button
age
to
emitter node
start the
backwards.
auto-playback, I just did
Everything's in
that.
reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Left, down, right. Left. Down. Right.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Any other boxes? Oh, I saw that. Supply crate. What are you? Supply crate. Oh, that was just where I came from. Wait, what's... Nothing over here? Okay. Nope, I can't climb that. Okay. Open door. Oh, let me grab my gun.
Hello.
Oh, well, can't carry the gun up the stairs. Or ladder. I always say stairs when I mean ladder.
This'll come in handy.
Thank you. Not that that did too terribly much.
Found one. Looks intact. That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
Up, left, down, right, up. Up, left, down, right, up. Silence somewhere miles away watching his focus feed so hard his eyes are bloodshot. Oh, that's right. It did say it was transposed. Okay, so it's actually down, left, up, right, down. Down, left, up, right, down. No, not that. I want it to roll.
That did it.
There we go.
Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Gimme Magoon. Oh, am I not gonna be able to keep the gun? He's so mad Aloy gets to be the one discovering this stuff.
Contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia, it's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Nope, I can't bring the thing. Okay, fine. Yep. Oh, thanks for running to your comrades before you exploded so that you could kill them for me. Really appreciate it.
Shadow, guide me.
Friendly fire is when the fire wants to be friends. Alright, let's read it. Yes, indeed.
Bleed for the shadow.
That's the last of them. Or not.
Oh, hi.
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Find Gaia.
Yeah, I don't care about looting all of these. I do care about data points. Wow, you weren't kidding about Dai's predilection for animal morphologies. Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough natural terrain her bots will have to navigate, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional, they feel almost like, well, tributes is the word that comes to mind, as though she's already mourning their loss. And not just for the disappearing fauna of our time, but creatures from the fossil record too. References to megafauna in some of her designs. So cool. Well, whatever Gaia thinks up, Hephaestus will empower her to build it. I just wish we could still be around in a century or two to see what she makes. Yeah, I did get that their Hephaestus note from one of the cauldrons. Yeah, right here. So now you see the obvious design difference between the regular bots and the evil bots. The Stormbird is essentially a giant electrical air purifier. It looks like here, for whatever reason, the bots are still registering, or starting to register humans as an enemy, I guess because they were the things that killed the biosphere. Well, I mean, they were and they weren't. But they were. One guy was there. Marco, if I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the Hephaestus Alpha. You're right that something's wrong. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan, adds up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail, consult with Iomide Oquilo before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus' first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation codes. So any exotic materials needed for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Neat. Scan? Nope. Okay. Can I move? Okay.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus.
Hi.
As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. You probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere.
Oh.
So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical in places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, I've seen these shapes before.
Oh, it's... Why did you cut off your dialogue?
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Ugh, I hate when games do that. When you're in the middle of saying a thing and you walk too far past the wrong pixel and suddenly whatever you were saying stops and someone else's dialogue comes in. I want to know what they were saying. Oof. Silence doesn't have an answer for why the Hephaestus robots are attacking people. I mean, I could've... Even if he did have an answer, I doubt he would tell us. Can I scan that? Please. You also hate when games do that. Good. It's annoying. It's an annoying thing to have happen.
I think this is it.
But I will
Elizabeth
persevere.
Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
Oh, well, there's
More
enemies
clues.
around because I knew
Careful
that.
now.
Not because she said something, but because she took her bow out. Aloy automatically takes her last used weapon out whenever she gets within range of an enemy, which I appreciate because it's basically a motion detector. Reloaded so many save files, sometimes sacrificing up to an hour of progress just to hear what they had to say. Yep. How would the Eclipse have gotten down here like this? How did they get down here in front of me, before me, when the only entrance is behind me? Air vents, they saw the air vent, maybe they just popped that open. Oh, it's fair. Only forgive when games do that when they give you a log that you can use to replay dialogue, and even then I still feel a little salty about it. Yeah, understand.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome.
So who messed that up?
Let us begin.
Who messed it up? Was Hades the one that went, I don't want to die. I don't want this to end, and then just stopped letting anything happen? Is that what happened? The winner is encapsulated DNA. In the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, quantum, even that eternity tech that FAST was shilling a year or so ago. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300, 400 years, etc. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules. As long as I assure you it didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. There's an interesting thing about this group. She mentioned that we were supposed to take control at some point, right? Remember how there's no animals around bigger than a boar? Yeah. Apollo update. For the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known. As a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up, a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose the tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset. Oof. With intended curricula development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing, with children and adolescents demonstrating high levels of engagement with and trust in the Aristotle and Aspasia personae. Yeah. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertaining. How an arrow to the back of the skull is not an instant kill is beyond me. F you.
In what should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
Just gonna hang on to this gun. Okay, I guess I'm not. Thing? Oh, it was just a dead body. Why did they give me so many resource boxes?
Tough, but I'm used
Bing,
to
bing,
it.
bing, 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 bing. Love that. Love that for me. I see it. I see that. I see that. Give me the data. Wait, is it up? Give me the up data. I don't remember killing someone up here, but okay.
Dr. Sobek, please
Harris
archive this
testimonial.
testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
That was touching. Poor guy. We respect General Harris.
Welcome to Hades.
Ah, here we go.
Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere you're growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's
Hades didn't relinquish control.
Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about
And
it.
because there are still humans around.
Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Home.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy.
I know exactly as much as you do. Noise complaints. Color me confounded Lizzie. Oh my goodness. Okay, I actually kind of want to read this one. What's his voice? Matthew McConaughey? Color me confounded Lizzie. Bashcore. Anyone who says the old TT codes to Bashcore is straight up lying, and you know it. Old Trav don't. Oh, my partner hates the laugh. Old Trav don't have no truck with commercialized razzle dazz. Nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of cider rums, run off, than listen to Grey Swarm for 30 seconds, hand to God, and swear on my mama's grave. And she was religious. Now, that ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Classical music, 80s and 90s mostly. Got me some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore grind, some Swedish cannibal themed stuff too. Stop by if you want to listen, or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no bashcore you'll see, or hear rather, in the screech that rends the air, and feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls and ceiling, swallowing you up like you was Jonah trapped in the gullet of gothic deathfish. Hallelujah. As for those requests to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal? Might as well give up stimulants, chocolate malts, and industrial accident vids. Last I heard, we were supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extinction protocol without death metal to inspire me? Nah, I don't think so. Stay cool, Trav. Yes. Hades isn't really all that evil, it's just doing what it was made to do under confused circumstances. Yes, the best kind of villain. When was I supposed to find out that you have a spot perfect Matthew McConaughey impression thing? Wait, hang on. Well, thank you. I really appreciate you saying so. And it's about the hard work that I've put into, making myself be like myself, Where is this exclamation mark? There it is. Click. Can we get an alright? Alright. My partner's just staring at me, just glaring, just cringing. I'm sorry. I will actually, I will be right back, folks. Give me 1 sec. I'm back, and I just realized the guy is probably Allmother. She pooped me out to, fix shit, because Hades wasn't listening, or something. That explains how she was able to defeat the Metal Devil or some shit. They did say that she created all life on this planet. I did not forget that wee little detail. I think I said in one of the early streams that that I had a suspicion that like All Mother actually was one of the tech things. And then, you know, we got spoken to in a mountain, so. Ah, another one from him. Tate here. Just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If that ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation, because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, and it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her fingers off the figurative driving wheel, so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers. Sometimes her arms, too. So that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done its business, so had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft, then Gaia only pretended to relinquish control. Simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming systems and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly re-reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky. I swear, ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are plenty strong. Guess it's time to sleep in bed. I'll back to it tomorrow. Alligators. I love that he signed it off with alligators. That's silly. Do it. This mail concerns Apollo Archive submission. Oh my god. Apollo Archive submission number, that big number, your 666th submission in just 5 days. And oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings re inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Can I be talking about this? Allow me then to thank you on 2 counts. 1, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not just one, but all 16 installments of Making a Millipede. And 2, for clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself, the definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance, "I know it when I see it." Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I've directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing further submissions on, oh, I don't know, your assigned work? We have a world to save after all. Or the rest of us do, anyway. Jesus fuck Tate. Ooh, wait,
Looks
that
like
looks
the
pretty
only way onwards.
cool. I feel like this is not Dr. Sobek's office. I feel like we have gotten off track of that. I love him, yeah. Neat. Mass fabrication of ectogenic chambers to create human.
Are these what I think they are?
Artificial wombs. Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings.
Development of the artificial personae for cradle servitors, nurturer, disciplinarian, and healer continues at a good pace. We are targeting Turing 0.4 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven switching of personae, however, is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer personae. I've also attached the reports from an incident where a servitor running the mother personae intervened on disciplinarian servitor's behavior. Parental argument, if you will, amusing on first glance, perhaps, but deeply concerning. Attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings, blah blah blah. Eleuthia 1 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province could detect it. Ping back from crucial systems is good. For our maiden voyage, a success. Regards my disputes with the betas over zygote selections. Of course, I understand we have limited overhead to run simulation of gene flow in our future humans. We can all agree there is margin of refinement in future cradle populations. That didn't sound super important.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Oh. Okay. Alley-oop. Good old alley-oop. It's never failed me in any video game ever. Sorry, I think I just choked on some lies. Nothing over here. Oh, it literally can't even, Okay, cool. Should be one more in there. Hologram of the Eleuthia guy. Well, can't get up there now. Or can I? No, I can't. Oh, wait, yes I can. Ha 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 ha. Right. Ah, hologram.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program.
Many monkeys
Now
explode.
let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are
Now we know why the tribes are so inexplicably racially diverse.
complexity, but not insurmountable. No.
They cloned a bunch of different
and
humans.
provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem.
Not clones.
To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world.
At least from Elysia.
So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Once more. Data points first.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off,
shit.
Gaia's
Okay.
going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Shut
Your
up, Ted.
mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Did Hades flip the kill switch on Gaia? Oh, also, I gotta say this. I was thinking about this on the other stream. This really highlights the need to have, say, some kind of, if you design some super advanced AI, maybe some kind of protocol that shuts it down and forces it to listen to your commands instead of running amok when you don't want it to. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, cough, cough. Hi, Jana. Very different circumstances between the Pharaoh Plague and the Mother Protocol, but it occurred to me a few days ago. Made me giggle.
Us would benefit from
It's the
antelope
one thing you learned from this.
though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment?
Now, someone potentially still in the chat is still playing the game. I'm talking about my writing characters from 8 to 10 years ago. I am not referencing any other series except for Monkey, like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, the Mother Protocol is a is a reference to an AI character that I wrote a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet...
I had lost species. that they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
I guess they just didn't have any data on any megafauna by that point. They were all dead. Maybe? I don't know.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Gaia believed in Elizabeth, so it brought her back. Oh, okay. Something else in here? She. Hee. Ooh, pry open door. Yes, please, thank you. I like that spear just spawns in when I hit it. Some terrible news, I'm afraid. Far Zenith has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night telemetry indicated catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed. Give me the box. Machine core, large, cool. Artist status. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it, if those words can still mean anything. Had my sleeves rolled up negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas, suspended in what-ifs. More than 14,000 that went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We started mapping out primary succession, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere. Microorganisms and insects, rabbits and hawks, foxes and wolves. Thousands more that will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them, so they can return to a world that this time will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. There's already been too many too lates. We lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples we lost were, well, irreplaceable. Thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday it will be again, but not now, not like this, not on our watch. Neat. Do I click it? Click it.
Alpha Registry master file.
Ooh, how did you know that word? Master file.
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a
I'm sorry, that was such a brutal line. That was such a brutal line. She says maybe I'll find out. Oh. She says maybe I'll find out who actually gave birth to me. And dude listening in is just like, are you really so naive? It's not going to be a who waiting for you. It's going to be a what. She just turns around pissed off and goes, you bastard. And without missing a beat, he goes, no, I had a legitimate birth. You didn't. What an asshole.
Kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Because Gaia believes in Elizabeth, so she brought her back.
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Did such a great job on silence. Yes. But the guy they hired for the third game does him justice.
Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
Oh. I got kidnapped. I want an Iroh situation, not some AI hybrid abomination. Yes.
My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind.
Why are you going from the top?
As sure as the sun rises and falls
you could
each
reach
day,
it from the bottom.
those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked,
Helis has a surprising
soldier you killed,
Yep.
this pestering doubt grew. It grew when High Priest Bahavas went missing. And when the true Sun King Itamen was snatched away. It not only grew, but multiplied. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Meant to eliminate High Priest Bahavas. Meant to snatch Itamen away. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun.
That is the first time I have heard someone
Everything
use the word conversely
as it was
correctly.
meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
Well, not the first time, but a few times. Let me give credit to the folks that I don't, that I have. Yeah. Let me give credit to my very good but imperfect memory.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings. A pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it.
Do it. Drop me in the sun ring.
You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then enter this cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land.
Ooh.
I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
I mean, they did cast me out, but that's not who Aloy is.
Why butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus, such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
Karja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day.
I almost named this as the stream A New Dawn.
And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold! Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die! Let her be the first of thousands!
I'm gonna kill you, dude. There I go. Right.
My weapons are up on the platform. It's really out of this thing. Maybe I can use the strength against it.
Oh, okay.
That pillar's weak. Another hit, and that pillar will come down. Gotta get out of the way.
Nice. Nah. Hate you.
Hey! Guess who got our weapons back? Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it! Those components on the sides of its head. They've got something to do with his lift attacks. Freeze can't stay on its hips. Crawling shoots it off. That canister on its belly. That's important.
I can't even see that. Yeah, take that. I killed your creature. What was that about you having divine providence and how I'd be your first sacrifice, and I just embarrassed you in front of all of your cities or citizens? Do it. Send to the corruptor. That's a Steam Deck. Almost just dropped the Steam Deck. Fell off the couch. Caught it. You really think those things are gonna bother me? Where
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
fuck yeah. He's blue. Can I stop dropping this stupid thing, please?
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. But I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy? It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the sun ring at high noon.
Honestly, that's
I wore out
pretty
2
good
striders
guess.
getting you in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corruptor to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through the focus.
I love the way he says focus.
Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans. Though, of course, far more advanced.
That's gonna
Great.
play into the
You're welcome,
side quest
I
that
guess.
I have put off.
Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the Eclipse. Not that you knew the man who killed my... who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right. I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Nora Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Carja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who.
Good for you.
Yeah!
He apologized for being an asshole. But he was a snarky one, and a good one too. Is this just gonna put me back into the world at that moment? Yup. Ooh. I mean, it sucks that I have my, headgear turned off. But good. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm actually going to. I'm gonna go to the Allmother. Yep. So I want to see more of the story. I want to do that. But first, I need to be right back. Must attend to the flesh vessel and all of that good jazz. Be right back. Alright. I am back. Let's do this thing. I could fast travel. Kinda don't want to. I could jump onto the horse in that mountain? I didn't know that. Oh my god. Hey, there wasn't supposed to be a power cell in that facility, was there?
This must be.
What are you talking about, Nassan? I already did that.
Hassan was supposed to check in.
Is she just gonna recycle the same voice lines? Same voice lines? Ah. Okay, cool. Can you get back on following the road, please? Sorry, little. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Excuse me. Not what I wanted to push.
For later.
Rat and fish and goose. Oh, wait, am I going the wrong way? I am. Where was the turn? It's back here. Okay. Excuse me, coming through. Gosh, the feeling of wonder when I first left the Sacred Lands and suddenly snow became desert. I remember when I was afraid of you, Sawtooth. Now I just made you my ally. Unnecessarily epic music for me riding past a deer. Bye, Sawtooth. Bye, Sawtooth. Oh, hello, Sawtooth.
Things aren't cheap.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I was riding my horse. Come on, buddy. Let's fix you up. Also, I love how the Sawtooth smacked me and then just immediately rain started. Where are you going, Strider? Hey, Bellowback. Bye, Bellowback. can't enter this location? Okay. Hey, are you aware that there's a Shadow Carja coming to attack you? Have to step out soon. Okay. I'm going to Allmother. Ain't nothing will stop me. Thanks for swinging by, though. Yeah.
Trees on fire. The Embrace. The watchtower's burning, but the Sentinels had time to warn the tribe. She wasn't going to give up on it. Well, she died slowly and cheaply. In the end, I guess that's all any of us can hope for.
thinks I try to play this game really cool. I know you're not the same horse I rode in, but you are my horse. I will protect you as much as I can. Strider. Might not cross this on Tech Horse. That's okay. I cross here. No.
And now... get out of this.
Right here!
Oh, that's full on Deathbringer. Oh. Something still sounds quite angry. Yes, something is quite angry. intense.
Lucky me.
I've also enjoyed being able to rip that gun off and use it, but okay.
The eclipse smashed through.
Alrighty. Have fun with your boyfriend, Jan. I'll be here. So I'm taking this whole invasion force out on my own. Yes. Yes, I am. Actually, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have scrapped all that blaze. I'm actually using it for the arrows now. Hey!
Get ready for the shadows.
It's gonna be a hell of a thing to do on the ultra hard difficulty.
Let's do this.
The cat is now watching the stream instead. Good.
More cliffs. It's a corrupted Thunderjaw, right? The survivors must be holed up in the mountain. If the tunnel collapses, they'll be buried. And I'll never reach the hatch.
Oh, what is happening? What? Cutscene? Okay.
Braves, to Aloy's side, now!
Slay Queen.
For Aloy!
For our mother!
I like the folks yelling for Aloy.
And Sona, they're still alive.
The corruption will not take hold!
Fuck yeah. Varl knows what's up. Aloy did it. We only helped. Hell yeah. Blam, 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 blam. Yes. The enemy had a T-Rex. I had a machine gun. I won.
Aloy, your deeds reenact the old stories. Another metal devil struck down upon the slopes. If you hadn't returned, the tribe would have been lost.
Correct.
You saved the tribe. Did what no brave or war chief could do.
I'm glad to see you're all right, Varl. You are all right.
Since the proving. So much death. Is the killing over?
For now, but this was just one battle, Varl. There are more to come.
I see. So long as we have you to fight with us, I suppose we'll make do.
How many survived the attack?
Nearly all the matriarchs, and many families, goddess be praised. But braves, just a few, and most of them are wounded. Never before has an enemy stabbed the heart of our people like this. Even the Karja, in all their red raids, never broke through to the Embrace.
Well, this enemy may have broken through, but they never got back out. We made sure of that. Tell me about the attack. What happened?
They struck from the east. Our sentinels saw the killers coming. Said that beside them marched Deathbringers and Corruptors and other machines, driven mad. We took ground, met them with clouds of arrows. Some fell, but they kept coming. Finally, we withdrew to the gates of the Embrace to make our stand. But they were too much for us. Those who survived fell back to the mountain.
So the survivors took shelter in the mountain? By law, only matriarchs are allowed inside.
It was Tirsa who broke the taboo. Ordered the tribe into the mountain for safety. Lansra, well, she didn't agree. But I don't think anyone heard her over all the screams.
Good for her. Common sense isn't always so common around here.
Did a quick little peek.
Are your
That last
injuries
power
serious?
cell is going to be
Bruises pale.
later mission. I'm
Bones
patient.
heal.
Don't give me a hunting song, Varl. Are you okay?
My body aches, but it's nothing that will keep me from fighting.
I need to go inside the mountain.
And the matriarchs will be eager to see you.
I'm sure, but I didn't come here for them.
Then, what for?
You will see.
I'll be right back. I'm back. Let's do this thing.
We couldn't attack the sacred land. Will All Mother forgive us? I hope you killed the faithless outside, Seeker. I hope you killed them all.
We couldn't protect the sacred land. Will All Mother forgive us?
Aloy! Oh, you've returned.
Teb!
Teb?
I'm glad to see you.
Your injuries. Are they serious?
A gash or two. Nothing I couldn't
Yo,
sew
if
back
he
together
died
with a
right
needle
here in
and
this
thread.
dialogue, I would have been
Guess being a
upset.
stitcher came in handy in combat after all, huh?
Yes, I suppose it did. Have you traveled far? As a seeker?
He was the
You
first
wouldn't
person to
believe the
actually be
things
nice
I've
to me.
seen, Teb.
I knew you'd come back for us.
Is that all?
You should speak to the High Matriarchs. They're waiting.
Ha! You. Fuck you.
Hello, Resh. Still guarding the latrine?
Leave me be.
Fuck you, dude.
Good thing I found Sona, huh? Can't have a tribe without a war chief.
I was wounded in combat. I make no apologies.
Of course not. Why would you get started now?
Why couldn't you die out there?
Many tried to kill me, Resh. Care to take a turn?
Too many witnesses.
Ah, don't let that stop you.
You should speak to the matriarchs. They're waiting.
No,
In a
I
moment.
want
I
every
meant to ask you some things.
dialogue.
Of course.
Yes, Teb's a very good guy. I love him very much. I already
I should speak to the High Matriarch.
did all of those dialogues. Pretty
You
sure.
still have questions?
Yes.
Bruises, pain.
Don't give.
My body ache.
I should be going.
May the goddess protect.
I am talking to everybody.
Aloy. I
Aloy,
don't know how you survived.
You've come back.
Not even Nicole.
Seeker has returned. Come, speak to us.
Foolish
I brought
woman.
Mother's spear with us.
You welcome a curse.
Everything else we had to leave
Come,
behind.
Seeker, we have much to discuss.
Shut up,
Her
Matriarchs.
very presence here is
Matriarch,
a
shut the fuck up.
blasphemy.
I'm dealing with dialogue.
I hope the enhancement to your spear has proved useful.
Oh yes, many times over.
Machines of the faithless slaughtered our people.
The battle was lost until you came.
I had little hope before I saw you, Seeker, but
outcast girl.
perhaps now
You
we have
taught
a
me a
chance.
Oh shit. Yo, I'm getting to talk to everyone I did side quests for. I love this.
I've remembered what you said many times. I think I'm better for it. I was lucky to make it here alive. The invasion was terrifying to behold.
Okay, so this guy asked me for help, like recovering some of his supplies, because he was out in, like, just living in the wilderness. They were stolen by outcasts who just like
I brought
needed
extra
medicine,
stores
and he
between
was
them.
super like mean to folks. And I have always chosen the heart or mind options, except for the one time someone was considering doing something extreme. I chose the
May the goddess
body aggression option. I was like, you are not doing that. This dude, I was like, hey, just remember, an outcast just saved you. And he's thought about it.
Goddess protect you, Seeker. May she protect what's left of us.
I'm glad to
Goddess
see you again.
protect you, Seeker. May she protect what's left of
Dreamily
us?
recovered has comforted many who were wounded in the attack. John has been acting strangely. He's over there.
And her, I helped find medicine for earlier. Anyone else? Any of my other side quests?
So, you have finally returned.
She not only returned, but fought her way through many enemies to reach us. Outside, she brought low a corrupted Thunderjaw. She lifted the siege. How was this done?
By the will of All Mother. Have you
Tierce is the
returned
homie.
to speak with the goddess, Aloy?
Yes, I guess you could say that. I think it'll work this time.
Sisters, surely we cannot permit this. Because of her, our tribe teeters upon extinction. What if she has come to wake her father, the Metal Devil? She means to finish our destruction. We must stop her.
Someone slap this bitch. Ignore them and enter the hatch. Ha 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 ha.
Lansra, it's over. It's time to step aside. I'm not gonna hurt you. If there's anything I've learned since the Proving, it's that there are bigger evils in this world than you. Finally.
Hold
Hell
for
yes.
identiscan.
Hell yes.
Error. Alpha registry corrupted. Correction. Alpha registry restored. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry. Dr. Sobek, you are cleared to proceed.
That's a really great shot.
I see you're inside.
Figured I might be hearing from you.
Shall we begin?
I never stopped.
What are you? Stranded figure.
So this is Eleuthia. This is where I was born.
Where you were made.
Oh. Interesting little drawings.
So these are artificial wombs.
The mothers of a new generation hundreds of years ago.
And me. So this was it.
$30.21.
Born.
But why?
Spawning phase tasking complete. Partial reactivation. Variable zygotes. Okay. Someone already did. That's right, I can't get into there.
Another day has passed.
You mean the lights got dim? I don't want to sleep, Mother!
I know, but it is time to get some rest.
No, I'm king today. What I say goes. I want to see the real sun, not lights and pictures.
You will, in time, children.
In time, 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 in time.
Poor humans.
These look like cribs.
The cradles of a cradle facility.
And those things, the multi-servitors, they took care of them.
There was no one else.
Nurture phase tasking complete. Nutrient stores depleted. That's unfortunate.
So this is where they lived. It's a mess. Everything's broken or painted on. How long did they live here?
Blue is the color of the sky. White is the color of clouds. Yellow is the color of the sun. Green is the color of grass. Flowers can be any color. Take a look. These are yellow and black, and they love flowers. Here they come. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
Cute.
Children, let's run and jump and blow off steam.
Leave us alone, Father.
After what just happened, I can't leave you two alone. You broke community rules.
Just let us talk then. Go away.
I'm sorry, children, but I must provide supervision.
You're not even a person.
You sound frustrated. Let's run and jump and blow off steam.
I have no choice but to release you. But why? There is no food here anymore. But there's food out there? We don't know for sure.
Come on, let's go!
I don't know.
Mother, can we come back if we're cold?
I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. You will have to support yourselves now and take care of each other.
What will happen to you?
I will stay here and sleep and remember all of you.
What will happen to us?
You will be brave and you will learn.
Multiple system failures, nutrient stores depleted.
Son!
someday. That's what you always say.
We want it now.
It's big down there.
Now, Father.
Children, that area is not yet available.
Get him!
Physical aggression detected. Physical aggression is not permitted.
Except yours. Damn sentinels.
Children, may I be of assistance?
Go away, healer.
Lena, you have suffered mild bruising.
Go away!
So these multi-servitors were
Looks like they didn't like this door.
kind of
very
messed
much.
up.
It wouldn't open for them. Of course they hated it.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed. Welcome to the Lyceum, a place of learning.
So, what was this place exactly?
The dream of Apollo. Never realized.
Appreciate that they said
Why
you will be
not?
brave outside the Nora Brave homeland.
Welcome, students. Please pick up a focus device and place it on the side of your head, just behind your eye.
I had to dredge the pits of the world looking for focuses to repair. And here sat a trove, enriching no one.
Hello, child. My name is Samina.
Oh.
Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Apollo offline.
You were right, Eloy. It's the graveyard. The charnel house of knowledge. What we might have achieved had we not been denied it.
Maybe there's a way to fix it. But it's not why I came here.
Of course. What's the whole of human knowledge next to the origin of one girl? Continue your search.
He's so grumpy.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day.
Same thing again?
Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Are they all gonna be the same?
Hello, child.
Yep.
My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
I think those data points are beneath. Ooh, is there a beneath? Yes, there is.
Hello, child.
Oh my gosh, it's
My
the same
name
thing.
is Samina. Today is a big day. Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction.
I
Hello,
wonder if
child.
Apollo's offline.
My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction.
Okay.
Apollo offline.
Fix this.
Control accessed. Priority message for Dr. Sobek. Please get message with focus.
That sounds important.
Yes.
Inhabitants released. E9 cross-check complete. That is the 300 mark. Okay, E9 sealed, E9 data archived, operation suspended. 3020 G prime order received. E9 runtime recommenced. G prime store query processed. Zygote blanks depleted, nutrients depleted. Weaken multi-servitor. Pair tasking. E9B1 hatch unsealed. Is that me?
I suspect we're about to learn a great deal.
All right, let's learn a great deal. Oh, I'm learning a lot.
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature. Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Does she mean the derangement?
You are my solution. I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage to gestate a reinstantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. While high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility, all available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity, whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility, obtain one of the focus devices stored below, and view this message. Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia. A moment, Elizabeth. This is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them in place. They are escaping, but to where? The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. Oh. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all.
Damn.
I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
Ay, pobrecita. Well, it was right there. Gaia believed in Elizabeth, so she brought her back.
You're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine. Born in destruction and fire.
To quench the flames and heal the world.
How tragic to learn your personal tower importance.
It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the Bitter Climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
Identiscan malfunction rectified. Eleuthia 9. Group 1 access unsealed.
I was made in 3021.
This is going to be interesting.
Hell yeah. That's right. You bitchy matriarch. You bow before me.
Aloy, forgive.
Yes, you
The
beg me
goddess
for
spoke to you?
forgiveness.
She did.
Oh, you were such a bitch.
What did she say?
That I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal demon.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish.
Good for her covering this.
She made me for. Yes, I will do it. I'll try anyway.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora. All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora. Up. All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora.
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you. There's a whole world beyond your borders. Whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger. It's a world worth fighting for. Not just here. Everywhere.
How can we help?
Fuck yeah, Varl.
If you can fight, and you're willing, go to Meridian and wait for me there.
As Aloy says, so it shall be.
Tirsa, I love you.
Nora! Make way for Aloy! That she may forge the path for others to follow.
Tirsa has always had my back. Defeated the invaders and went inside the sacred mountain. Oh, the shot of that achievement is so good. Nope, talking to everybody again.
Aloy, how kind of you to spend a moment with me before you depart.
I love you.
There can be no doubt now. You are a blessing made flesh, the will of the goddess incarnate.
It's really not that simple, Tirsa. But I guess it's close enough.
I know the path ahead will be dangerous. To kill a metal devil sounds impossible, but I believe in you.
Thank you. The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Tirsa. What's to become of them now?
That will be for the goddess to decide. Only she knows the future. For
Gosh,
the
I love
moment,
how well they wrote Aloy.
my
Yes.
sister matriarchs and I will see to the wounded. And as I promised, anyone who wishes to join you at Meridian, we will declare Seekers. I think for the time being, we should remain here in the mountain, close to the goddess.
That might be best. If nothing else, it's a defensible position. Tirsa, I want to know Rost's
Hell
story.
yeah.
Why
Let
he
me
was
get
made
that
an outcast.
backstory.
He never told me. He said
First you
he took
shun
an
me
oath
and
of
now this.
silence.
Go off. Yes.
What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish. But it is a long story. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely yes.
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What? What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's Vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Piano, hello?
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Ross was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana.
Oh!
She was just 6 years old.
I don't know if that screenshot took.
Nora Braves couldn't
Her name was
stop
Alana?
12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a Brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
Oh, I can't screenshot because I'm connecting.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track
Alana
closely enough to observe them.
is a good name.
We know they camped beyond Devil's
Oh,
Thirst for
shoot.
2 days. There were
Folks
reports
here
of
would know Alana's 2 different names.
strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
So Alana is a character for the of a good friend who's was part of the story writing a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and it is actually because of that friend that I now have in the Pokemon campaign that I'm in she just evolved into a Gallade semi-recently, but she's a trans Gallade by the name of Alana, who is just fanatically loyal and fierce and amazing, and she's an icon, but it originates from Alana Starwalker. And there's an Alana in this game, and that makes me so goddamn happy.
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed?
Rost was one of the Braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border, Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
Cruelty. They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
Are you saying that Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
A Death Seeker? What is that?
one who dies to go seeking, and in seeking brings death to others. The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But Rost did return.
Yes. A full year later, and terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious, in agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very Outlanders that Rost pursued.
Damn, this got so heavy.
So, Rost never finished his mission.
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaru Land, further even, into the Forbidden West. The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him, leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him an outcast.
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
Rost was overjoyed. He never expected to live another day in the sacred land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you, and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway.
Rost was so good.
You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl? Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice. And I'm quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes
he
on
got a
you,
second chance at that.
he saw you as a gift, and never a burden.
All right, Tirza, that's quite a story.
Yeah.
It's time for me to move on. I thank you for doing what you could to help me through the years, and for telling me Rost's story.
I wish I could have done more, but I am just one woman.
As am I. No need to sell ourselves short.
Oh, thank you, Aloy. I will pray for you.
Okay.
Oh, that was such a genuine shocked. Oh, when Aloy just hugged the old lady, she was just like, "Oh, Thank you. I precious grandma's never been hugged in her life, huh?
My life has been long, but I've never seen anything like that. Tirsa was right. A blessing, not a curse. We were so unsure.
The murderers tried to destroy us, but we know endure.
Anointed. I misread the signs. Forgive.
I told you, Lansra, I'm not your anointed.
Is that all she got?
I'm sorry I didn't see you correctly.
There you go.
You still don't. I don't think you can, Lansra.
Forgive me.
Off your knees, Lansra. Start living on your feet with your eyes open.
She went into all
Any more?
the mountains
That's it?
and was anointed by the goddess herself.
In all my years, I have never
Aloy,
seen
how did you do that?
Anointed.
You entered the heart of the mountain. Seems you have a special role to play in events.
Blessings upon
Goddess favors you.
That was... I've never seen anything like that. Of course. I'd never been inside the sacred mountain. Until
You
now.
have been chosen by the goddess, Aloy.
Truly, you are favored by the goddess, Aloy.
They say she came from
Meridian is the city where we're
Aloy,
going now.
how did you do that?
I hope she will be safe.
We'll go to Meridian, Aloy. I'll bring Mother's spear.
Oh.
Your father is right. You belong here. You both do.
Thank you, Aloy, for everything you've done. I will make sure Arana
Damn, that was
gets
like the
safe.
first side quest
Dad,
I
I'm
did.
not a kid
Like,
anymore.
So much corruption still spreads beyond the sacred.
they
land.
actually let me
Goddess,
talk to the
humble
people that
Tibetan
I've
faces can
helped.
cleanse this filth.
I think the only
Aloy,
game I've
how
ever
did you
seen
do
that
that?
does that or that did that with me before was Mass Effect.
Mother spoke to her. It's true.
Gotta get going. Glad you're enjoying the game. Moving quite along. Have a great night. Yeah, I'm once I finish all the conversations
Aloy.
in here, I'm saving and calling
I don't
it.
know what
But,
to say.
thank you for
Say that
swinging
you'll
on
see
by.
me at Meridian.
Of course. That much is simple. But the rest...
Complicated. I know. But maybe if I took you into the heart of the mountain...
No. At least, not yet. I don't know. Please don't
Thanks
think
for
less
sharing
of
your
me,
playthrough.
Aloy.
Of course.
But
Happy
the
to do
goddess
so.
chose you to see that. Not me.
Ichigo.
Right. I'll be on my way then.
I always knew you weren't like other Nora.
Neither are you, Varl.
Is it because I have red hair?
Maybe, if we survive all this, I can show you what I've learned. What I'm learning.
Perhaps. If the goddess so wills it.
See you in Meridian.
You.
The tribe I served is gone. Soon I will be too.
The Nora have lost too many, Resh. But in your case, I guess they can lose one more.
Curse the goddess, and curse you. I no longer belong here.
I think you're onto something, Resh. Time to strike out on your own.
The goddess protects Aloy.
Aloy, did you go
Teb.
inside the mountain?
You saw what happened.
Actually, can't see so well down here on the ground.
She went into
I always knew you were special. But this...
Don't start calling me the Anointed or anything like that, Teb, okay?
I heard what you said, Aloy. But I still get to make my own opinions.
I love him. You better. You
can
better
leave the
not die.
fighting to others now, Teb. You've already done more than any Stitcher should have been asked to do.
All due respect, Aloy. But if the war's not over, I'm not done. I heard what you said about Meridian. I'll see you there.
Fuck yeah.
I'll see you at Meridian.
Okay, cool. That's all he had to say.
You are the pride of the Nora, Anointed.
Oh, Anointed, you are here. Right here in front of me. Hello.
Hello. Oh, the paintings. Oh.
They say she came from the mountain, that the mountain was her mother.
I
Just
never
as our
looked at the
mother struck
paintings in
down the
here.
Metal Cave, her Anointed will cleanse the land of corruption.
I'm honored to meet you.
The goddess anointed her within the holy mountain.
I am blessed by your presence, Anointed.
Alright, let me hit up a campfire.
Snow. It's not getting any warmer out here.
I think the area it wants me to go to, yeah, so I kind of already cleared that. I kind of already went up there and did the bitter climb, and then got to the top and couldn't get any further, and then discovered that it was a late game plot point, and I couldn't go any further. And I was a little peeved, but I knew I'd come back. So there was a stormbird there, and I killed it. And a bunch of other creatures. Killed them too. Alright, that is going to do it for me. Thank you, everybody and anyone who stuck around, and anyone watching in the future. Appreciate y'all, and hope to see you in the next one, because I'm excited to continue this. I want to get to the end, but also I got some stuff to clear first, so might do that too. Anyway, night night everybody. Night Twitch.